TV, getting y'all the hottest gems out the city. Go ahead and let them know what gem we finna drop.
Yo, it's your boy Ron G, music producer and engineer.
Crypto man.
Green room.
Crypto man.
Well, the green being made it.
Well, we in the green room.
Yeah, I was asking what made you come up before we just jump all with it. What made you come up with the green?
We were just back here, and it was actually what y'all doing right now, the video thing. It was like it'd be easy if it was just had a little green base, cause if you just ever wanted to do something, shit, you could do it. Just went with it. Just went with it and went green. It was like, I ain't know you was gonna do it for real. Now I was like, shit, it was, had to pick a color, so somebody suggested green. That's what we went with. So it actually played out pretty okay.
Alright, let the folk, before we even get too far, you say that the green room, but what you call this house here?
This is has been dubbed Studio House. This is actually just a house that turned into a studio from the front to the back. Technically the back of where we are now. This was the back porch when I first moved in. So it was definitely all the way wide open, and kind of just took advantage of the fact that the roof was already there, and moved the water heater outside and turned it into a 3-bedroom crib to kind of, take advantage of the space that we had and the opportunity to already having a roof. So here we are.
Hold on, but you were hands on with that too, huh? You did a lot of work up here.
Not necessarily. Actually, my dad raised me on, the barter system, and I was working hard. So I was able to, on my client list, I got electricians, got, normal job people as well. So I was able to employ my guy, Stoney Murphy, he an artist out of Pensacola, Florida, and a deacon at my dad's church. They pretty much did almost everything back here. For real, I don't do this, man. That was while they was building this, I was in the front studio making the money to make sure I can handle the back end of it.
I try to get on the handyman title.
Yep. Nah, man. Pops, he's a handyman, and I just let people do their job.
Let the people know who else you got working in with you.
Oh yeah, definitely. My boy Trevor James.
Link with Trev.
Definitely link with Trev, man. I met Trev last year, song for song.
Yeah.
Dre introduced me to him, and from there, I think it was more or less he was just saying, what up, and we kind of followed back with each other, and he was in a situation already, and Corona hit, and Dre brought him back to my attention and was like, situation kind of changed, bro, man, need somewhere to go. I say less, and I'll tell him come over here, swing through and see what's going on. He checked out the spot and shit, gave thumbs up, and shit, he ain't left yet.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
Before we go out too far, you've been doing like a mentoring program a long time though, huh?
No, I've never done a mentoring program. I mean, I've always been me.
I thought at Blue Magic you had like a little mentoring program going on.
Not necessarily a mentoring program. I mean, it wasn't really a mentoring program. It was just somebody wanted to get in and learn and work. I mean, to get in, learn, and let work. Yeah, that mentality started way even before Blue Magic. Me and Mattizik linked up at Maysville in the studio before I got to Blue Magic, actually. A while back before then. I just always been a person that when I got started, somebody let me in the door, but I got let in the door by a cool ass rapper. So he kind of could let me in the door, but he couldn't show me shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to kind of learn it on my own, but it was cool because he let me in the door and I had access to this type of stuff that I wouldn't normally have access to being at the crib. So to in turn be able to do that to somebody else, but then be able to kind of give them some tools, some tips and techniques to do that. And plus, that's just always been me. So it never been a mentoring type thing. I just always been, not prone to hone information, I guess you would say.
Yeah. You for the free game, giving out free game.
I mean, yeah, definitely. if I know it would be beneficial to somebody, you know, I mean, it's up to you to take it in or not. Google has tons of free games, but yet you have people, you know, that, you know, do what they do. So it's just, you gonna listen to it or take it in or not. That's all. I mean, and most of the people that you can get a feel for them, or definitely can tell if they want to do something, especially something like that, to where I'm letting you into my spot with my equipment. You know what I'm saying? You know, I definitely have already based my decision, and I'll bring you in on character alone anyway. So Mattizik was like the first cat that I dealt with like that, and that was my best friend's nephew at the time. So just the relationship on him, automatically, you know what I'm saying, it was like, cool, bring him up here, you know what I'm saying, see what up. And see, that what we was with that. So, I mean, just with anybody I done dealt with, or the engineering where I done clicked up with, I never really mentored anybody. It was just, you know what I'm saying, you know, if you asked me a question and I knew the answer, I told you. That's all, you know what I'm saying.
Like, how you got into music?
My dad was a radio announcer at pretty much every radio station down here.
Yeah.
So I grew up in a radio station, and it was more or less being around him as an actual DJ as well. He was an on-air personality, but he was also a DJ at the house parties, gigs, you know, weddings and stuff like that. So I was always just around music, and I guess it was just a mixture of that, and I just took it and just went the other way with it for us playing wise. I think it was just being around concerts and being in church and my uncle playing drums, and just being always around music. So I just locked in and actually started playing drums with Uncle and kind of fell from there. And Mom's asked me if I wanted to take lessons, and I did. And they suggested I take piano lessons if I really wanted to get into music, so I did that as well.
Alright.
Here we are.
So, not to cut off, but you said what instrument you played when you did the gig with Mel Waiters?
I was a keyboard player then.
You was playing key?
I was a keyboard player for Mel Waiters. A lot of this, but yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. So, I mean, because it ain't no limits to that stuff. I was actually definitely underage. I was still not of age to get into the clubs that I was playing in with him. But at the same time, you know, I mean, it was Southern Soul. There were no rules.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as long as I was with him, but nobody never asked. But technically, I went on the road with Mel when I was 17 years old. So, you know, that shit was dope, but, you know.
How was that experience?
How they put that shit in like the movies, like what
old
like
school movies.
like rate them old school movies like that. Man, it's the same thing. They got groupies, they got riders, they flying in the best hotels. You know what I'm saying? Half the time either I was getting flown out of New Orleans, or either somebody was coming to pick me up and pretty much take me all the way there. Like, it was the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Just like they showed in the movie, the exact same thing.
Which you like best, like the hip hop scene of it, or I know you probably did both of them.
For just scene wise,
You like the hip hop or the soul section?
I think right now, me, for real, it'll be the soul circuit. Simply because that's just who I was regardless for so long. Man, I played instruments and played in bands, and I had already decided what I was going to do the rest of my life 8 years before I was in the studio. You know, I mean, from the time I actually started playing, I was midway to jumping into 9th grade when Cuz put me in the studio. So before then, it was just classical piano, drums, guitar, church organ, playing in these bands that my mama ain't want me to play in, but my daddy had me in because he knew I could make money with them and he knew I was good. So, I mean, it was pretty much, that was what I was going to do anyway, because I saw how much money I could make. I was 15, 14 years old playing with bands outside, but you know what I'm saying, once I locked in with Mel, that was a whole different situation. I was like, bro, this could be life, like forever. So yeah, that was it. And then, you know, then the studio came. So